Starting with hello everyone and welcome to Sunkissed, a Vampire the Masquerade 5th edition TTRPG campaign. We are on episode number 16. Wow. Time flies when you're fucking with your players. So, last week you know what? I have difficulty with this now. I know what happened, but it takes me a moment because I'm like, last week, snack shot information comes into my head. I'm like, that's not what happened last week. So last week, we were all things Saturday, basically. Tess had a nice little kip with her sisters, because she finished the night ahead of time, inverted commas. And we spent the entire time pretty much in the puzzle box owned by the Blessed, which is a mix of church, cult, and club. It's creepy as hell in there. The coterie decided, after a quick conversation between Cassius and Saturday, to bust Saturday out of there as he wasn't really happy. He just really had nowhere else to go. What followed was a very interesting chain of events, which included a conversation about Cyclops, Sabretooth, culminating in pushing a guy with sandals on the floor and stealing his meal. A two-man infiltration team who killed a granny and swapped clothes.
I killed her all on my own.
True, but I'm counting you all together. You're all to blame.
Okay.
Whoa,
no.
whoa.
First of all, I was asleep.
Yeah, not Tess. I'm
was
talking
in
about
the
the two.
room.
I'm talking about the. Calm down, jeez.
Okay.
I'm talking
Fine,
about the
fine.
two-man
I just want to say,
infiltration
hashtag
team.
Tess did nothing wrong.
Yet.
It
I
says
wouldn't have killed her if, no one had said no liabilities.
It says a lot for this coterie that there always has to be a hashtag of someone doing nothing wrong to defend against the fact that they've done something wrong again.
Yeah.
Shut up.
However, they did eventually get Saturday out and took him back to Cassius's haven in the woods. There was a bit of a kerfuffle whereby Chrys made a scene and ate someone in mid-frenzy. Didn't kill them, but did push down a guy with, I think he was topless with sandals on, something like that.
You know.
Yeah. He was asking for it, really.
Didn't know
and-
sandals counted as fetish gear.
Probably in there. And, yeah, and then, Chrys found out a few things about her sire, maybe, possibly? She found out what little sister means in Russian.
You know, my life's complete, so no more Russian over again. Thanks, GP. Appreciate it.
She also found out that maybe she's the only child of Vassia. Just, you know. And she also found out that the mercenaries, the mercs about town, the Russians and etc., had been informed to basically not obey her in all things, but show proper respect and that type of thing. So, and knew who she was.
Sabretooth hasn't been in any films that we know of, either.
I mean, he has, but not that one. So, well, did I miss anything there? I think that was everything that. That
I have
occurred.
copious notes, but
Actually, you know what? Before we get into the episode, how many pages of notes do you have on this 16 episode?
Okay, but bear in mind, I
I
also
know.
started a rewatch. So not including the rewatch notes, 40. Including the rewatch notes, 45. Which isn't that bad.
No, it's like almost. It's just below 4 an episode, 4 pages.
Sometimes there's long paragraphs.
Sometimes there's long paragraphs. So we will be working the snack shots into this episode in a little bit of a weird way. So just bear with me. I'll explain how it will work. Everyone else knows how it works, but yeah. So you've all done your rouse checks for the night. So we will be having Tess waking up. But here's a question for Tess: would you sleep in past? Because Davina is a fairly immediate riser, where she'll just be awake as soon as the sun's down and it's time to get going. Whereas Leah sleeps in.
I probably would have woken up with Davine.
Okay.
Just out of the sheer kind of not wanting to be in the same bed as Leah alone. One.
Yeah, that is fair. That's fair. Yeah.
and two, wanting to either chit chat with Davine or just, see how she starts her day, really.
Yeah, she starts her day. She calls in the boys and has a snack, basically. And then she's going to what she'll probably just be like, I have admin work to do for the club, so
Of course. Yeah.
you are always welcome to stay here, but I assume you have things to do of necessity.
I should probably check in with my group and see what they're up to, because I have a few text messages that I don't quite understand. I think they're getting their week mixed up. I just want to make sure that they're kind of on track, because sometimes they...
Okay.
But thank you, and I will take into consideration basically all the kind of guidance you gave me. I didn't even think about opening up my own club before this. I think it could work.
This is something that Flintbridge is sorely missing.
Yeah. Tell Leah I might take her up on, our old gigs. See if we can reconnect.
I'm sure she will come bouncing over to you very soon.
How have you dealt with her for this long? I mean, it took me a long time to get used to her, but
I didn't know her before, but I assume she is even more so now, as it were.
yeah, very energetic, very she's like a puppy in a way.
Yeah. Davine starts kind of nodding a bit more enthusiastic, like, right?
Yeah. So sometimes she just needs to be given a firm no, and other times she just wants to have fun. So
Mostly I've been letting her chase her tail until she's tired.
yeah, well, we would do that too. But she was very good at stealing cars. So, at least in that respect, she was more like a pointer or something, or one of those dogs that actually has a job.
Well, maybe at some point I could come with you girls, and I'm interested to see what is involved with stealing cars, and
Sure. I mean,
it's not something I've ever.
it's not that hard once you kind of get into it. And I recently stole another one, and I have to say it was a lot easier than when it was when I was kind. So I think you'd probably have a blast. Be a nice, sisterly bonding.
Yes. Let's make it a thing.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll see if I can get another job in the next couple weeks, and we'll set something up.
Mm.
But thank you for your hospitality.
You're always welcome.
For dealing with my minor freak out, because it's a lot to process. So.
And she kind of like, she's standing there vaguely awkwardly in a kind of like one arm cradling the other one. Like, I don't know if, I'm not sure the protocol for saying goodbye here is, so, just stand awkwardly.
I'm just gonna hug her.
Yeah, as you come forward, she like hugs back.
All right. Ciao. I'll head out.
Okay. And you want to take the car back to the office or the coterie? Or the Haven salon?
Well, I'll probably go to the salon first. I probably want to change, shower,
Oh yeah.
since I'm still in my club clothes.
You do smell quite a lot of Leah as well. She kind of used you a bit as a body pillow.
Yep.
Yeah.
As one does. Yeah. I'll head back to the salon and get cleaned up. See if I can grab a Pop-Tart or something.
Oh, absolutely. Is anyone else gonna rise early? Mac, I'm pretty sure you crashed at the salon, right?
Yes, having walked Chrys back home, seen a
Because
degree
of
of
the
distress,
tail. Yes, I remember now.
I decided to stay there and sleep on my beanbag and warn Cass that Chrys had got some tail.
Yeah.
Or she'd got tail, so...
She'd acquired a tail.
I think the phrase was, she picked up some tail on the way home.
That's the one.
Oh, there you go.
That's the one.
So if anyone is a like on time riser, Cassius, you can be extremely precise with when you wake up, basically.
He gets up. Yeah, he's testing some stuff out. He gets up on the hour, precisely.
Okay. So Cassius is probably up by the time you get back, Tess, and then you go chuck down a Pop-Tart or two in the toaster, and within a little bit of time, I imagine Mac would be up, just purely because he's sleeping. He's like Dracula'd out on the beanbag chair in the same room as you guys. Whereas
Most accurate shit.
Whereas
I can just so picture him with the fedora down on his face,
Oh,
just
yeah.
Snoring just a little
beanbag.
bit.
The modern vampire.
Snoring and the occasional mumble of, I gotta get a case and files.
Chrys
Hey.
is definitely like things being thrown as she throws the water.
You know what, Mac? Because I have an idea what's on Mac's mind at the moment,
Sure.
and he was mumbling in his sleep.
Sure. What am I mumbling?
Well, we're gonna do a roll on this just because it's not something that would just come out.
Sure,
Let's
okay.
go with intelligence and resolve for this. The difficulty is not super high, but
Not super high, you say?
I will leave this to you. but I will message you very quickly what you will say if you decide, because it's like right on the edge of.
Okay.
It.
Okay. Forget. I'm ready.
I guess in the meantime, I probably would have walked in and just seen Cass and like, so busy night for you guys, huh?
Yeah, we.
Sorry.
No,
Oh, go ahead.
I'm guessing Hydra. You know what that is? Just it's.
No, actually, no. I don't have a Scooby.
Okay.
It's Russian, I assume.
Oh, the look on Chris's face. Oh.
Okay.
Just
Yeah.
it's a bit broken up, so it's kind of mumbly.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So it's something that's been on your mind, and you'd probably mumble it in your sleep.
Yeah, I'd have to be there, sort of. Yeah. What's the other word? Stupid Russian. Yeah. Yeah.
Having a stroke?
Apparently. Sorry,
I mean,
carry
I
on.
can't Google it.
No, I'm not letting you Google it. Not that I can pronounce Russian anyway, but neither can Mac, so it's fine.
But Mac does wake up, and Chris
Hey.
will be.
Good
Oh,
evening.
Thought you might have been struggling in your undeath there a little.
Yeah, a few things to think about.
Kidding.
Yeah.
So what is this about? Chris getting some tail and the day after Friday, and
Look, it's
it's
a very
very confusing. I just listen. I had a long night, and
No, that's. Did you have a good night?
yeah, I mean, I got to chat with my sisters a bit, but
Oh, nice. You found her.
No one died.
oh yes, I guess you didn't fill Mac in on this then. Yeah, so went to hell, made out with my sister, found out it was my sister I was making out with, got mad, shut the club down, and then talked to my other sister. And then we basically just chatted and went to bed. And now Davine wants to learn how to steal cars. So that's fun.
Interesting. Well, nice to have a family reunion, I guess. How's
Yeah.
Better than I thought it'd turn out.
Honestly,
Leah?
it was not bad. Leah's fine. She's Leah. There's not much to it. She's very energetic, very horny, just typical Leah.
any update on the Rags thing? Like she was a missing loop, potentially.
She was kidnapped
Right.
by Michael.
Okay, not so guilty then. Probably.
She's not guilty.
Good to know. Good to know. All right. Well,
But nice thing, Michael won't be coming back to the city anytime soon, so that's good.
How'd that happen?
Well, that I hope at least. Davina made a deal with him, but she kind of broke that deal by telling me about the deal, so
Davine blackmailed Michael.
yeah.
don't you want to like rough him up a little bit for what he probably did to your friend?
You know what?
Yeah.
I'm not about forgiving and forgetting, but I am about, doing literally anything else other than focusing on my daddy issues right now. So,
Sure.
Ah.
So
Chris
speaking
method.
of hey.
don't you dare shoot me. Don't you
Speaking of
fucking dare.
not being allowed in, the club we went to yesterday,
Yeah, we're not going there again.
the puzzle box, yeah. Never go there.
Don't go
Ever.
there.
What is it?
It is a.
What kind of club is it first, actually? Is it like
Pretty
It's like
bad.
Is it like one of
luxury
those, like-
places. It's
I like luxury. Like,
kinda
why can't I
seedy
go?
though. There's lots of hooker smoking, like spaced out weirdos there. It's not anywhere you want to really stay for an extended period of time, but that's fine because we're not allowed back anyway. Well, we don't know that, but we're guessing that.
No.
We found Saturday. There.
We ain't going
Huh?
back.
Whoa. Hold on a second.
Keep up.
You found Saturday at a club, and then now you're not allowed back.
Yes, because we liberated Saturday from their service.
No loose
He's-
ends.
He's chilling out.
So you kidnapped Saturday
No,
from
no.
a club that
Helped
he
him
was
escape.
working at.
It's different.
It was exploitation.
Couldn't he just have fucking left?
He didn't have anywhere to go. He didn't know what we were doing. He didn't know what was happening outside of that.
You
club.
literally went in there, saw Saturday. You could have just been like, hey, once you're done work, come over and just stay.
They wouldn't let him leave. He's too
Yeah.
useful
What do you
to
mean?
them.
Yeah.
Meaningful. What? Okay. The broody, like, teenager that was upstairs.
Yeah. He
Is-
he appears to be some sort of necromancer.
I think he was speaking to dead people, was he?
Well, the dead people were speaking to him, but yeah,
That makes 3 of us. Like, join the club.
we do have a theme going. Although,
Yeah.
Chris, can you speak to dead people?
Hey, Chris.
In my head, Chris is still upstairs throwing clothes around, trying to hide her
Hey,
freaking
Chris.
tail. Just hear a
Oh,
bang
yeah.
every
Where
now
is
and then.
Chris?
Ye-
Hey,
Ah,
Chris,
yes,
can you speak to dead people?
Sensitive
Hey,
subject.
do you have somebody up there? Is that what Mac said by you getting some tail? Because, I mean,
No,
Don't
I just
talk
wanna-
about
can't
it.
talk
I just
dead
want to see who
people.
they are.
Don't talk about it. It's between our legs.
She can't talk to dead people, so
It's
I mean,
between. Okay,
I feel
that's-
kinda
that's a
left
little
out, but-
crude, Mac.
Well, it is what it is. Look,
That's
try-
where parts are, Mac.
yeah. I guess so. It's where a tail will go, right? Go. Maybe you should go speak
Now
to
I
her.
have no idea what you're talking about.
Go speak to
she
her.
grew a
you know.
tail.
See how she's doing.
She grew. Yeah. Okay. Funny. Very funny. I'm gonna go and check in on her.
Yeah. She.
So
well,
young.
You think
Also,
she
where
grew
the
it or
fuck is
took it?
Saturday then? If you sneaked him around.
Oh, he's chilling out in the forest. He's fine.
Nice.
Oh, good. Yeah, just casually in the forest. It's fine. You know, where there's nothing.
Beg your pardon, but casually in the forest is how I lived most of my life up until this point.
Yeah, and look how you turned out. So
Yeah, I'm a paragon
I'm gonna
of
go upstairs. I'm gonna take my
civility.
Pop Tarts and go upstairs.
I'm gonna drag Tess in and like lock the
Ah!
door behind her.
Okay. Whoa. First of all, I have. This is, you know, I'm not really in the mood. So if you're like manhandling me
need-
towards the bed,
I need your help with this because clothes. We need to find me some clothes that hide a tail that won't go away.
I am going to ask this in the nicest way possible. What the fuck are you talking about?
Fucking tail! I'm gonna show.
Oh God! Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh!
It
Oh
looks-
no!
It looks a little bit
Oh.
like a kind of raccoon tail almost, or like a very, very fluffy cat tail, maybe. Like,
It's kind of cute on it.
No!
You
It's
know,
no.
first thing off the top of my head, you know those nerds that go to conventions and sometimes they have like tails and they dress up like animals and stuff?
Tess, I already frenzied once yesterday. Help me out.
I'm
with
just
this
saying.
frickin' tail. Okay.
Okay,
That would be
okay.
great.
First of all, and I'm just gonna put a Pop-Tart in her mouth.
Like, come
like-
on.
First of all, don't chew on it or eat it because I know you're gonna throw it up later. But just hold it, and I'm gonna eat one Pop-Tart. Look around in her room and see if there's anything like a dress or something like a skirt, like a long skirt.
Chris.
There is not.
Ugh, your sense of fashion is leaving a lot to be desired. Great. Hold that thought and that Pop-Tart. I will be right back. And I'm gonna go into my room. Just gonna like run down the stairs, go into my room, and
Yep.
be like, I'm on it. Please leave the don't talk to her, okay? Because clearly she's stressed about the fact that she has an extra appendage. So, you know, I'm gonna go into my room and pick out a kind of like long, like pleated skirt of some kind that, you know, kind of goes down to the ankles. I'm almost thinking is like, you know, the I'm trying to think, is it like Japanese school uniforms where they're longer, the longer skirts?
They can be, yeah.
Yeah, so something like that. And then maybe a couple different dresses like with bows on the back. And be like, okay, this can maybe work.
Tess probably has gone to some like fancy dress parties and etc. I would imagine.
Oh yeah.
So I'd allow Tess to have a older, high class lady from the Victorian ages, etc., where they had a little bump in the trunk. You know they had that little.
I will bring that also for shits.
Yep.
Because that would be hilarious.
Yep.
Yes, I'll bring one of those. Kind of like a Renaissance, like.
Oh yeah,
type
you know
thing.
the parasol and the bonnet and then all the frills,
Oh, yeah.
and then it's got like the kind of bump at the
So
back.
like Celine, but with a bustle.
Even more. Celine looked like a doll. This is like straight out of 1850s. 1850.
So I'll bring the whole getup just because, you know.
A bustle.
That's-
That's what it's called.
That's how
I said.
Tess would do. And then also like a high cinched kind of dress where it just kind of falls a little bit more wide, I guess. And I'll bring that up and just kind of like carry it up in my arms and be like, okay, you're still holding the Pop-Tart, right? Can you open the door? Thank you. And I'm gonna like put this on the bed and grab my Pop-Tart out of her mouth and say, okay, you have to try this one on first.
No, I don't. Just
Please. I
try-
had a really stressful night.
why do you even have? You had a
Please.
stressful night.
Yes. I just
Really?
discovered my other sister and we talked about her daddy issues all night.
I just discovered I might be a mob boss, so that's nice.
Huh? Cool. What?
You
Please.
try on the bustle.
I mean, I already look good in it and I'm gonna like
Why do
take
you
out
have
my
a bustle?
phone. I'm gonna take out my phone and like scroll back to some pictures of me at like a Renaissance fair type thing and just be like, see, I look hot in it.
You do.
I can't wear that. Like,
Just-
not at a
No,
party.
please. No. But like, for my sake, please try it on.
What?
The rest of it will be serious, I promise. Please.
In this instance, I think we will go with a charisma and persuasion for Tess
Oh, I'm so excited.
versus a resolve and you know what? Resolve and intimidation for Chrys.
Okay.
Oh, do I get to use my dice as well?
Well, this is my question, Chrys. Does she get to use her sexy dice?
No.
I smell like Leah still.
It's Tess.
I know. You did just see her in her Pride and
I'm
Pride
still
and
in my,
Prejudice.
like-
Roll a sexy dice, you goomba.
I'll roll with one sexy dice. One sexy die.
I love that that's what they're called.
They're very specific, okay?
It's like Cassius with his suit on.
Oh, you're fucked.
Is that
That's
a
a
crit?
crit.
Oh,
Yeah.
God, that's a crit as well. That's 7 versus 2.
I was leaning towards going with it anyway because it's kind of in Chris's head of like,
Yeah.
if I do this, then she will help me.
I wanted to make it a roll just so you had the option.
I mean, I really didn't even need the extra die.
Okay, but Tess, like, don't. Cass was mean and took a picture with the plum one, so just don't do that. Or
I
we
put a
have
hand on her
issues.
shoulder. I say, I vow to delete that picture from his phone.
Ooh.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Now try it on.
Fucking fine. Just gonna literally try it on. Like, not even.
Yeah. Bonnet
With
and
the
everything.
parasol. With the parasol.
And the lace gloves.
You shouldn't open umbrellas indoors.
Says who?
Everyone.
Who? Come on.
Why? Why is that?
That's not a thing. That's not a thing. Come on.
So, Chrys, quick changes. She has a bonnet on. She has lace gloves, a parasol, a lacy and frilly and puffy dress, and she has the demeanor of the angriest cat in the world. Just like that face of complete. You're making me. No, you know what? That's what she looks like. She looks like a cat whose owner has dressed it up and taken pictures for
In a
the
bonnet.
internet.
Oh, this brings me back. You ever have pets?
Yes, but I would not be this cruel.
Aw. They love it though. Are you kidding me? Look, you look so cute. Okay, one more for the gram. And I'm gonna like take a picture of her real quick. Be like,
Yeah.
don't worry, he's not gonna get this one. Cool. You can now try on the actual serious ones that I have. Also, I would suggest, is her tail like changing at all as she gets more angry or anything? No.
No. It's,
There's a couple things we could work it into the outfit and like brush it out, maybe.
I
No.
know. I don't.
it.
Mm-mm.
No? Okay.
Mm-mm.
Then the other, does it have nerve endings on it? And I'm like gonna try to pinch her tail.
yeah, you can feel it.
Oh, okay. So pinning it down. Listen. It's not a bad thing. You know, we have just evolved not to have tails, but lots of animals and people.
I don't mind when
Animal
I'm
people?
Wolverine because it's meant to be there.
Right, yeah, okay. You're talking to someone who is half werewolf, who also doesn't know what it means to have a tail. But I can imagine and almost sympathize, not really, but needless to say, I'm not gonna pin down your tail. Because that might hurt you, question mark?
No, can't we? Maybe we could like tie it to my leg or something, and then no.
You're gonna hate yourself if that happens, I have a feeling. That's like tying down an arm and then hoping that you're
I know, but I
about your
use
thing.
my arms regularly.
Right,
Don't-
yes. So as you know, if you have a tail, I can only imagine there's a use.
Chrys, there is a the kind of like longer skirt is kind of cotton and quite heavy. So that one looks like it would effectively, and it's also not the traditional Tess ankles, calves and thighs skirts, which doesn't leave much to the imagination.
We'll just try this like first because
Don't get that one dirty though. I really like it still. So
what happens.
You want to try that one on?
Yeah.
You try it on. It's actually heavy enough to like hold the tail down, so like it's you know.
Okay, don't make this weird. Look at my butt. Can you see it?
No.
don't make this like as if, oh my god, please. I am a wonderful judge of butts, okay? And actually it kind of just looks like you got a thicker butt, which is kind of nice.
Yeah, it's not obvious. It doesn't look too weird. Which you know. Chrys,
Right.
roll me a composure resolve.
Great. This is less offensive than the purple dress.
Would you like to reroll any?
No?
Tess, as you're looking at Chris's butt, you see movement.
Oh. Oh no.
Chrys, your tail wags.
Okay, do I have a bag that could be lower down? Oh man. Okay. here's an idea. We can not tape it, but definitely I have like a bandeau, like one of those like.
Yeah. So it's not.
Yeah,
I don't want to like. I don't. I mean, I don't know if I want. I don't know what's going on. Is it? Even, I don't know. But
Your
let's not cut
tail-
off blood supply. Probably that would. hurt.
Well, I can tell that you're pleased by the fact that your butt looks good, which honestly, anyone else, they would be quite happy about that too. But your tail is.
Oh.
So I don't know how long this is going to last because I am.
It only goes for like a very little bit and then it stops.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And once it stops, it again, like it doesn't. But it is very obvious when it wags. So.
Okay, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna get a bag, like a backpack type thing, but a nice one. And it's gonna be like one of those, like you can just wear it a little lower, so it kind of sits.
Well, we should we do the bando thing? No, that
We can try. We can try. I don't know if it's gonna work because I mean it was moving pretty vigorously, So let me try something else here. I would have had like a bando or something kind of available. So I'll grab one of those and I'll be like, okay, slide that on. And I'm just gonna say something really nice and hopefully just take it as sincerity,
Okay.
You're a wonderful, wonderful friend, and I am very happy to know you as one of the few kindred that I could bond to in my first time kind of being
That
a
is
kindred.
nice. Are you saying this isn't true? But that's nice.
Composure,
Don't-
resolve.
Don't overthink it, okay? Just
Why do I keep doing this to myself? There we go. Oh,
Crit.
oh, I don't know if I wanted to fail this though. To see.
Your tail does not wag.
wow. Oh, okay. Let me try a little harder then. There are some clothes that you wear of mine that actually look better on you than they do on me.
One more composure, resolve, please. Because of that compliment, the difficulty was a little lower, but still, yeah, you can feel like the move, the kind of the movement, but it's not as, it's not like whapping the skirt around or anything, so it's less obvious.
Oh, good. Okay. Oh.
What? I mean, did it look like a tail in my skirt then?
No, it kind of just looked like the wind blew around your butt a little, which is fine. Which I realize could probably not be a good thing if you're like in a meeting or something, but we'll just make sure your back is to the wall for most of the time.
Let's also have the backpack. Let's go.
Yep. So I'll grab the rest of the stuff and kind of equip her and gather up the other clothes and bring them back.
And you both head down into the little basement area where Cassius and Mac have probably just been kind of like sitting there, just like.
I've brought Mac's coat as well.
Yeah.
I've been washing up my dagger in the sink with hot soapy water.
You
This is a real
used
shame.
that then?
I wouldn't say used exactly, but always
What other
pays to
verb
keep
is
it
there
clean.
for knives?
Well, apparently not just stabbing people.
Okay, so you did use it.
I'd say I was the victim, really.
Of the
You need to
stabbing?
stop telling people that, Mac.
Yeah, true. Everything's fine. Less said, the better.
You didn't get stabbed.
No one got stabbed.
I'm gonna stab you.
Can I
don't know
insight
what
that?
you're talking about.
You can.
Because Tess doesn't believe Mac when he's washing a knife
Yeah, that's fair.
and says, no one got stabbed.
That's
It's fine.
that's very true.
Hold on. Is it insight?
Wits insight.
wits?
Yeah.
That's a 2.
No one got stabbed.
Have you never seen a man wash a knife before?
Yeah, usually after he, eats a steak or something. But last time I checked, you don't fucking eat steak.
Nope.
No, that's your job.
Yeah,
True.
and it's good. Actually, I haven't had a steak in a while. Let's go out.
So did
Go
you
to a steakhouse.
did you duct tape it, Chris? What's the
Okay. First of all, I'm gonna ask you, Mac, to shut up and do not make reference to her tail, because I can only imagine what both of you have been saying is probably gonna be making her feel a lot worse about her body. So no body shaming in this house.
I ain't
Is that
shaming.
understood?
I ain't shaming anything. I thought it was pretty cool.
Although, if anyone knows why I grew a tail, that would be great
No
to
idea.
know.
All I'm
Wait,
saying
you don't
is,
know?
Sorry.
No,
Oh.
What? No? Why?
Oh, I get. Well, I guess this is part of why I'm here. So, sit down.
I don't want to sit down.
Oh,
know
yeah,
what?
right, of course. Stay standing then. Every clan is what a lot of people call cursed.
Right?
And they are all cursed in different ways. Some with obsession, some with not making any fucking sense, and some with charming good looks. But
Oh, thank you.
unfortunately, I pointed at me. Unfortunately, none of them are good. But yours in particular can cause problems. I was told by some gangrel that I knew once that it can happen when they lose control and the beast comes out, and it kind of expresses itself in a physical, literal sense. Not always tails, you'll be glad to hear, but it can transform you. You it's like your ability, right? You can transform. You I guess you lose control of it.
Well, I kind of go into it. Not. It's not like when when you get really hungry and you're just like.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
know.
Yeah,
But yesterday was not that I did anything wrong, but yesterday was definitely not the most composed I've ever been in my life.
Yeah. Why weren't you at the door? I mean, everything's turned out fine, so I guess it's not really a problem, but
I was at the door for a while.
but then I left and I saw you going into the lounge.
Mm-hmm.
Is that where you found out you're a mob boss?
My boss.
Maybe I don't know. It's So
I can
yeah, I
imagine
had a
that'd be
great.
stressful.
It was a great talk, and you know how we needed. You said I should find more things out about Vassia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you did that.
Yeah, but then I kind of got really mad and stole someone's lunch.
Oh, I do that all the time. Listen, some people just don't need their sandwich.
That's worse.
So I'm not allowed to go there anymore. But it's fine because who'd want to go there anywhere, right?
Wait, by steal their lunch, you mean like
She
Like I
can't eat
threw him
food.
across
Well, like
the
your
room and
not a
then
sandwich.
ate his.
Like a living steak.
Did anyone die?
No, which is
No.
a win.
Yeah, then it could have been a lot worse.
But
Hmm.
yeah. So, Dacia is just apparently, the Russian bros. They all know who I am, so that's nice.
Whoa. Sorry, Russian?
Mm,
I know your
That makes
your
sense.
sire is apparently Russian, but like, what does this have to do with like?
Well,
Are you talking about like other Russians?
Gorbin's bouncers were Russian gangrel, and then they were Russian gangrel bouncers at the Blessed, and then they didn't really talk to Mac, but it's fine. And yeah, no, apparently they also know my full name.
You're sure they were Russian?
They spoke Russian at me, and I googled it.
This isn't like all Russians in
I don't
Weirgate,
know.
is it?
I haven't really met a lot of Russians apart from the ones I've now met.
Okay, because I'm just spitballing here, but the couple of guys that were a problem for Rags were Russian, so.
Being controlled by a gangrel. Just throwing that in there. Suspected gangrel anyway. Don't want to make
And
assumptions.
since the prison is under the prince's jurisdiction, that also might mean that Dacia is also working with the prince, possibly.
Do
Maybe.
you know for sure that it's under the prince's jurisdiction? Where did we learn that?
It
Mac
was
told
an
that.
early thing. You guys, I think it may have been the
think it came out
Carrion or
Mr. Hardcastle told Mac,
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
it came
right.
I
out
think.
quick.
It came out from Carrion, too. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
It came from the Elysium.
oh, from the police guy? Yeah. Anyway, so, fun little web there. So, and what exactly now are you in control of?
Well, not much. Well, they just said like that it said to keep an eye on me and basically like do what I say within reason. So that's
Whoa. So you're telling me you could just order around some Russian dudes?
I don't know.
Chris!
Good tail, Tess.
Chris, but pay attention. This is an opportunity for you.
Yeah, this is big.
This is great. Oh my goodness, this is amazing. Can you imagine we just walk around with a whole bunch of Russian bodyguards? Oh, I would feel so proud.
I wouldn't, not with the prince involved.
Yeah, what?
But if Chris has
But telling them what to
like-
do, yes.
Yeah.
You should test that.
I've been trying to figure out how to tell people what to do, like you did, Cass. That was cool, by the way.
Oh, cheers.
Max got me out of the lounge and out of the Blessed. Probably would have been in more trouble, so that was great. But I don't really know any of them casually. It's not like we're friends to just be like, oh hi, I remember when
You don't have to be friends to tell people what to do, Chris.
I mean, I do that all the time.
Yeah, me too.
helps. But what?
Oh, speaking of which, Cass, can I see your phone real quick? I just want to update my number. I got a new phone. I want
Can
to
I
lie
insight that?
through my teeth.
Sure.
Um,
Manipulation, subterfuge, wits, insight.
do I get to use my sexy dice?
I would
Do you get
say
to use your
no.
sexy dice?
No, it's fine. It's fine.
No,
Bitch.
Mm,
Oh, bitch.
mm.
I will say this.
roll
Because there is going to be a case of one of you having to be asked first, and therefore the other could change their.
Tell you what, roll your sexy dice.
Well, no. Before that, Both
Oh,
of
boy.
both of you DM me and say yes or no. Would you like to reroll?
Oh, sure. Yeah, okay. Hold on. Where are you at?
Okay. Sure. Will do.
Okay. Okay. Tess, reroll please. 3 dice. Oof.
Oh, really?
Take off that willpower.
Fuck me.
In that case, I will leave it to the roleplay. I'll let you guys figure it out.
Uh,
Please.
I.
Actually,
why?
Mac, you too, please. Yeah. Yep. I already updated Chris's. So.
Hold on, Mac. You've got that look on your face, like you're up to the dimples. Give it away. What are you up to? What do you?
Wow. Just because I have a pretty face, you're gonna think that I'm lying? That's backwards.
No, I think you're lying because you're a liar.
Can I do a like a after the event inside check to now scope out Tess? I don't trust her.
Okay.
I get out my
You
phone
guys.
and I'm like, I'll trust you.
It's after the event, so I don't mind if the difficulties, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, it's she's probably lying, but
What's going on here, guys?
I take out my phone. I'm like, you want me to trust you ever again? Take my phone.
Oh, don't do that.
Ooh.
Don't do that. That's
No. It's you just want to update your number.
this is a fucking trap, Chris. Don't ever date a dude who does this. I'm gonna tell you right now. This is fucking unbelievable.
Social.
I take his
combat.
phone.
Yeah.
I
I
take
let her
his
take
phone.
my
I'm gonna be like, and I'm gonna be like, okay, I was lying.
Cass laughs like that. Yeah.
I really,
Never trust I look at Chris. Never trust a kindred like that.
But
Never date a kindred like that either. They're just expect
Nice.
this from everyone. Fortunately, Tess is harmless, but people out there.
I'm gonna go into his phone and I'm going to delete the picture of Chris, and scroll through some other pictures and see if there's anything damning.
I don't think there is.
There's probably pictures of Conan. There's probably pictures of him and
dangerous to,
Conan. Probably
to-
pictures of the woods. Probably pictures of you know what? There might be one from a very long time ago of him with a couple of people at Stonehenge. Like people just like they look like hippies, and he's probably in a tie-dye t-shirt or something.
You know what there is as well? It's been a while since you were back in Canada, Tess. But there are a few photos of Cassius with some men and women who are like, you've been in the UK for a bit, you've never seen trees like that. Like the landscape and the trees look very North America to you. Look kind of Canada. And the people there as well don't look like your typical English people, is what I'll say.
When did you go to Canada? I'll
Uh,
hand the phone back.
thanks. Wait, you're looking through my photos? What were you doing?
Kindred's gone kindred, my dude.
I know I haven't been to Canada. I spent some time hanging out with the gangrel I keep mentioning.
No, that's Canada. And I like point to the picture that I left on the phone. That's you.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's Canada. Those trees. That's not from here.
Oh no. I went to New York State.
kind of the north half of New York.
I don't
Probably
know
pretty
much
close
about
to the
New
border.
York. Or trees, for that matter.
Yes.
Honestly, don't.
I mean,
You did part of it did wander into Canada, and you did wander into Canada and into Vermont a little bit as well. But
Cass
it was-
probably didn't take the time to like figure out where exactly
No.
over the border he was.
And-
He's
and-
just like,
and-
I was in
yeah.
New York.
and neither did they. But you would have
Yeah.
known like you were in the New York area at least, yeah.
That's where I learned part of what I know about Gangrel, about Kindred powers. You know, they're pretty chill. They were a lot more free and spent a lot less time worrying about politics.
yeah.
Seems like the opposite of us.
I get Tess would probably just go quiet because she's probably feeling a little like homesick for Canada, even a little just
Hmm.
thinking about it.
The wilds, they don't really care about.
I mean, they live in Weirgate, so they've got to a little. You said they argued, right?
Well, they're very democratic, as in like they all have to agree to the
That's
thing.
very reasonable, actually, when you
The-
think about it.
Nothing gets done.
Cassius, roll me a intelligence politics, please.
Intelligence politics. Okay.
Because you know a little bit about the people in the wilds, and
3.
that's enough. The group that is now the wilds were originally anarchs.
Mhm.
And that particular group of Kindred were known for having the equivalent of like 6 members and 12 different opinions.
Right, okay, so they've always been like this.
Yeah.
Always been useless.
So,
If you really wanted to, Chris, you could probably rock up in there with a bunch of other gangrel and show them how things get done.
They showed Casta showed me how to become a Wolverine, not
So,
so like what could I show him he doesn't already know?
how to organize his people?
how to kick the shit out of
Look at
someone.
our silky smooth operation.
Huh?
How about the rock thing?
Oh,
I mean,
well,
you know, you could show him a few things. That's all I'm saying.
maybe. I mean, I haven't really mastered it yet. It's kind of hard.
That's the point, right?
We know how long the tail's gonna be there.
Do we know how long the tail's going to be there? Like, for is it
oof.
forever? Because
I mean, you're pretty young, so not that long.
yeah,
A few nights at the most.
Yeah, Cassius would probably know.
oh,
Few nights. I gotta
That's-
find a different outfit, multiple different outfits to fit. Okay, well,
She doesn't.
do need
like,
to go
training
she
your
likes
whole
shopping.
life for
sweats.
this.
I did tell Selena to get her a bonnet so we could buy some
Oh
things.
my god, are you going shopping?
I don't have time to go shopping today. I have shit I want to do. And don't we have to deal with the front?
Yes, we have to deal with the front.
Then
Yes, we
let's
do.
figure that out.
Someone's been
So-
dealing with the front. Hello.
Yeah, how's that?
Good. Thanks for asking. Went to go speak to them. Was it yesterday? I don't even remember anymore. Might have been the day
Your
before.
best friend Clay there.
No, not this time. But Julian was there. The guy doesn't really like the management, you could say, but he wants to do what's right by them. Well, he wants to do his job well, you know what I mean? But he wants a good reputation for being a good dog's body, and he's very keen to do better. So he's an opportunist, anyway. That's the impression. But didn't smell a rat. The guy would. He's at least disgruntled. Let's put it that way. But he's happier where he is than where he was. And pretty much, you give the guy something important to do, he'll be happy. Loveless will run away at the first sign of trouble, just like the file said. And
File? Oh, right.
yeah, we got them back. Don't worry. Yeah, so that's pretty much it for now. Loveless too, like not crazy keen on everything situation. Didn't have any conversations about Mouse. Kept it safe.
Okay.
But two of them, I think there's a possibility that they would be happier with a renewed management scheme.
So what's the plan? Are we like kidnapping Mouse or?
I have a suggestion.
Good, after you. I got one too.
Step 1. Chrys goes to check with Kafka about whether or not they want Mouse back. If they do, we ask them whether they can find us a way to get close to him so we can do the kidnapping ourselves. If not, I have a way of getting him out of the picture silently, quickly, so that we can then swoop in and be saviors of the front and let them know that they're not in any danger, etc. Well, I guess that's Mac's job.
What is that method? Sorry.
I don't know. No, I can't remember whether I told you yet. A group called the Hashen. They are.
You found them.
Yes, they're a group that specialize.
I know what they are. Honestly.
Oh, I told you then. Oh, then
no,
yes. Then.
No. Divine told me.
You
Well,
said
not
not to
good.
say their name anywhere.
Divine told me because there might be a potential to deal with Michael. But she doesn't know where to find them. And you do. Wow, that is...
I thought you didn't want to talk about daddy issues. Now you're talking about killing the guy.
Oh. Listen,
Look, I'm just saying that you do that's gonna stay with you.
I'm
Not
just
for you,
saying,
for her, if she did.
You know it's her actual dad, right?
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
so.
she has no
wait,
love
no,
for
I
him.
didn't know that, but I do now.
She has no love for him. Anyway, wow, cool, you found them. Great.
I like her.
We might be able to leverage that, even though I don't like the idea of blackmailing my sister. But, you know.
It's not blackmail. That's trade.
Or
Extortion.
trade, sure.
It would be extortion in this case.
Yeah, it'd be more extortion. I mean, we could just...
It's possibly crime.
People don't usually kill people for free, though. Like,
No, they have a price, favors and the like, but I couldn't really figure out exactly what that was, so I guess I'd have to ask them.
You could go over the book a bit more if you like.
Not at the moment. But yes.
I have an alternative,
Cool.
too. I like your
Okay.
idea, though.
Good to know, though.
Mhm.
What is next idea?
Well, all I'm saying is, we kidnap Mouse. There's a few people who would instantly know who did it. Put it that way. One of them being Clay, of course. Why? Because he suggested it. But that aside, they're our neighbors. Carrion gave us the info. Look, maybe it won't come back to us. Maybe we're smart about it. But if you ask me, you ask who would benefit from it. The answer's us. Like, it's
And
pretty obvious.
well, and Gorbin on the surface, right? Because on the surface, people think Gorbin and the front are,
disassociated.
not friendly. Yeah, but they actually are the same. So
Which is that's our protection.
And
Right.
we could just tell them. Well,
That's good thinking, Chrys. Look, one other thing I would say is Clay won't screw us over on this, not yet, because currently we're doing a favor for Lamia effectively by helping out with the meeting.
how many
Clay
favors
screws
are
us
flying?
over, Clay screws a meeting up, Clay screws over Lamia. That's not going to happen. That's my view anyway, but I think Chrys is onto something. Look, I'm presenting an alternative, and I'm more than happy to kidnap a guy and beat him up a little bit.
Oh no, I
Maybe-
mean kidnap him. But if it becomes a problem, then well, he was Bad man.
A
Like,
peaceable
can I make the
alternative, right?
executive decision and say Chrys can beat him up? Because I
I
trust
mean,
her to-
Do you
Ha-
want him dead, or because that is me? What am I not saying to Kafka? Just I tend to overshare sometimes.
Chris,
Hmm.
how many fingernails have you pulled off?
Ooh, that's a good
And
question.
why would I do that?
Yeah,
Oh.
I'm beating him up. So,
That's
are
back-
more
you-
like torture than.
well, that's why.
Are we trying to get information out of this guy, or are we just trying to get him out of the picture?
We're
Both.
going to bundle him up somewhere and we're going to give him to Carrion or whoever wants him. Or if no one wants him, he can die. I don't care. But we don't
Cool.
need to torture him.
I'm
But how are
not
you going to
going
get the info out of the
hurt-
guy?
What
Yeah.
info?
Whatever he knows. He's got to know something. You
He
just
might
want
know
to kill
something
him?
on Gorbin.
No,
We
it's
can-
a
I was
waste.
asking- Wow.
I'm just gonna say this right now. Not comfortable with killing him. Don't want to kill anyone. So
Okay. How
I'm
about
out.
we just leave a big stick in his heart for eternity?
not even going to look. No. See, I
What?
have never killed anyone in my life, and I don't
Really?
even- never.
Yeah, well,
Congratulations.
Well, me neither.
And-
but like,
Cassius, you
Hmm?
realise that Winnie maybe didn't cover that part of the integration into.
he didn't tell Chris that she would grow a tail to gangrel, so.
oh, Winnie, you forgot so much.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
not
all right.
not gonna kill anyone.
No, you
don't feel
have to
comfortable with
kill
that. I
anyone.
also have never killed anyone I fed off of.
Look,
so that's not gonna happen.
Tess, me either. I've been fortunate enough to never have killed anyone, but
Killed animals.
animals, yes, unfortunate. But
You eat meat all the time.
yeah. Well, yeah, exactly. Double standards. But that's
I
not
don't
what's important.
kill it.
It got dead.
How do you think it got to your plate? That's not important right now.
Through the
Look,
window
okay,
in
Tess.
Burger
Tess.
King drive-through. Okay.
Kindred work differently. You know that already. So, another teaching moment. We can just leave him paralyzed for eternity if we really want to by putting a big wooden spike through his heart.
It's,
Okay.
it's okay. That this seems.
Really?
As long as he's
Is
not
that-
dead, like that's because that's the line for me.
Which is better?
Paralyzed and kind of still,
Does it have to be
fine,
wood?
but
It has to be wood.
Right, okay. I'm writing this down on my notepad.
I
you
don't,
preference
I don't
some
know
type of wood?
why. Don't ask me.
Like maple, pine.
not birch.
Something
burns.
strong enough to pierce a chest
Good to know.
and
Cedar.
end up in the heart. Which is,
So-
by the way, here.
Rather surprisingly, I have a
Slightly left of the
non-lethal
middle.
suggestion for a way to approach this at
Fucking
least.
anatomy.
So, I'll present you an alternative. If information gets out beforehand, before the meeting, it would be very safe to assume that Mouse would not be welcome at said meeting. Mouse effectively works for Gorbin, right? I mean,
Yes.
effectively, Roman would find himself without an advisor. And if someone were to politely say, hey, Mr. Roman, when the meeting shows up and this info gets more public, Talia, Kalik, just about everyone is going to want to head over and probably, muscle in a little bit. So you give Roman the opportunity of protection up front. It's an opportunity anyway, because
We're offering Gorbin protection.
no, Roman.
Roman.
Go up to,
Yeah,
Tell-
Roman's
will
not
agree
going to be a
anything.
problem. He's
He'll be
Tell
a
the front-
pushover. And from what I can tell, Roman won't be a problem once Julius gets word of this.
who's Julius?
Sorry, Julian.
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 Flax.
Sorry,
That
my
one.
mistake.
Well, look, what I'm saying is, if Mouse knows that people are onto him, poof, he disappears. He ain't gonna hang around. Maybe he goes to Gorbin, maybe, but either way, Roman's left in the wind, right, with no one to advise him. And then all you gotta do is say to, look, I mean, I can speak to Julian and be like, look, Julian, speak to Roman. when this comes out at the meeting, it's going to be a big embarrassment. It's better to just, join up now before someone else comes in here and tries to take over your wannabe boss. Peaceable, no violence. We cannot be blamed because all we did was just tell the truth. But
How about, I think if I can just summarize this,
go
right?
right ahead, yeah.
Right. We're going to kidnap Mouse. Well, first we're talking to Carrion. Carrion, hey, do you want Mouse? If they say yes, we'll be like, cool, BRB. We're going to go grab Mouse, hoping everything goes well. Bring him to Carrion. Be like, here you go. Take him. Front's ours now. So we're going to go over to the front and be like, hey, so just as a heads up, Mouse was working for Corbin. So we think that probably would be better if, we all work together. And considering we're so close, we can actually offer you a little bit more protection and food and entertainment and, yada, yada, yada. So then Front becomes part of Memorie and we have more people in the coterie.
It's just a question
Easy
really
peasy.
of whether you want to kidnap the guy or whether you want to just drive him out with the threat of impending doom. It's up to you.
I do not trust a guy whose name is Mouse, who used to be part of a group of people who are known for keeping secrets and who are also acting as a front for another group. Yeah, I do not want him running around in the shadows where I can't see him.
True.
Who's to say
no
we
loose
can go
ends.
straight to Golden
I like it.
as well?
Yeah, exactly. If I understand the situation correctly, he'll end up with Corbin, like Chris says.
Which
Corbin
would
wouldn't
probably
take him
not
in,
be good.
But
There's
Not
no
be
way
good for us.
Corbin would take him back. It will be
Why?
a stain on his reputation. Like, he won't admit to blood bonding someone and manipulating that. That just screws him over at the meeting, puts him out of whack. He'll be like, no, you're not mine. Go away. The last thing Corbin would want to do is be like, oh, hey, there's my spy. Come on in. Have a sandwich. Have a drink.
Could just hide him away and still utilize the info, or
Yeah,
you could take the
maybe.
info and then kill him.
Yeah,
I
maybe
don't-
Corbin.
Carrion will know what to do with him. And
Yeah.
Chris, because you're such good friends with Kafka, I am sure that you and Cass, who they can't remember, could likely go in and make sure that you get a little bit of info out of that.
Kidnapping it is, then. I like it.
Cool. I will be the, I guess, the coordinator when it comes to swooping in and chit-chatting with them. But I feel like we should probably get a couple targets down to help spread that information first. So I'll look into that. Other
Just
than
remember
that,
who already knows them.
I mean, I
Someone's
can ask
already
Kafka
done a bit
who
of
else.
legwork. I'm happy to go with. All I'm saying is I know how to pull some of their strings.
and
but
Mac, you
I
can
can run you
come
through
with
it.
me.
I think we make a good team.
Do you?
Oh, yeah.
Do you? Great. That's good to know.
Great.
Lead the way, Chris.
Look, think about it like this. Good cop, bad cop, right? You're nice, you're pretty, you can pull strings. Look, I
He's
paid you a
mean, he's
compliment.
ugly.
Exactly. If you do the nice and it doesn't work, I do the not so nice.
I would love to see that.
Okay, well, before we go do that, I have a couple things to do. I have to pick up some money, and I have a food bank I need to repurpose.
Cool. Me too, actually. Well, not that exactly, but I got stuff to do.
One day we're going to have a sit-down talk, and I'm going to have to unravel the bird's nest of nonsense that you're talking sometimes, Mac. You cool with that? Because
I'm an
I don't
open
know what
book.
you're on about half the time.
Well, I've got to go do some stuff.
Not now. Later.
No, I need to go now, but
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
okay.
You go now.
See you later.
Carrion.
All right, let's
Carrion.
meet back up a little later.
So, Mac, you take the Winnebago
I do indeed.
and you head off away to your snack shop.
I head off to, I assume,
At least
Saturday's room for a first, just to get a couple bits.
Sure, yeah.
Actually, no, sorry, I'd go to the cinema first and then back to wherever I'm going. Sorry.
Yes. And then, Tess, you have a meeting with a man about a car.
I do. I do.
So off you go to go do that. And a few other things. And a few other people. Anyway.
I have no comments. Everyone will just have to watch the snack box.
Chrys and Cassius. Seeing as Cassius, your snack shot is later, you don't have any commitments here.
Nope.
So,
A-okay.
You can pursue what you would like, and I believe Chrys is heading off to. Are you
Carrion.
going off to Carrion now?
Yeah, because we need to know if they want him, basically.
Sure.
Is Cass coming, or is he doing his own thing?
As usual, he will ask, "Would you like me to come?"
Well, do you, I overshare, and you didn't tell me what not to say. I'm just saying. So
I will stop you if you say too much.
okay, well, come if you want. If you want to do something else, that's fine too.
I mean, I've got some stuff on my mind, but that can wait till later.
Let's go then.
Mm-hmm.
This is mildly impressed that he's not in his books as the earliest opportunity, as she had to tell him off one time
Yeah.
about that.
So you head up to the Carrion. The abandoned warehouse, all broken down, all run down, empty. You wander in, and you are greeted, after a little bit, by Kafka, who poofs out of nowhere. Chrys.
Every time with the invisibleness.
Part of what I do.
Hello, how you doing?
Cassius, did you go with them with Chrys?
Yep.
Who's your friend?
I'm Bartleby.
Bartleby, nice to meet you.
Okay, yeah, that's what that is. We have some questions and also some answers, probably. I don't know.
Interesting. Color me intrigued.
So, Mouse. This is going to be really blunt. Do you want him back? Because,
You mean me personally?
like, Carrion. I mean, do you want him back?
Uh,
Both?
I'd say probably yes.
Well, that works for us. There you go. Bartleby.
Brilliant. Easy.
So we're gonna go get him.
Right.
Any idea how to kidnap a man
Yes.
called Mouse right now?
Right. Right now?
Now-ish.
Soon as, regular haunts, if you're aware of them. That's what I was thinking.
I mean, if we're aware of them, we may have made a play for him ourselves,
Good point.
Thought you were supposed to be neutral-ish.
Sure.
Sure. Well, that was easy.
That was easy.
I mean, I assume there's a price tag that comes
Oh,
along
yeah,
with the gift.
This is why I brought Bartleby. Just to forget,
Is he your accountant?
Yeah. Does my taxes.
Yep. Can do yours if you like.
But I already have taxes.
No? This is a write-off.
Sure.
It's a random. We're getting off topic. So if we bring you a mouse, the person, what are we looking at in trade?
What would you like?
I think just a favor for another time. Is that
Favor for another time.
obviously not particularly descriptive, but can cash it in when we know exactly what we need? I mean, you're information brokers, right?
We are.
So probably information. When we have a big question, we'll come to you.
Sounds good to me.
I think this has gone really well.
Yeah, it's gone really well.
And we will, of course, keep the fact that you're moving on the front a secret from anyone asking after that type of information as part of the bargain.
That would be really handy.
It's not that well. Yeah. Yeah. And then separately, because this isn't coterie business, Kafka. Remember when you said I could ask you about Vasya?
I do.
Might need to take you up on that one.
So you want me to look into it?
Well, I just not from the mouse thing. Like this is.
So you want to owe me a favor?
I was gonna ask you to be a bit more specific than that. To be honest.
All right then. What can you give me? So a favor then, maybe?
Damn it!
I've got a picture of her in a
No, you
very
don't.
compromising, funny position, if you want that.
That's so inappropriate.
No, yeah, right. Sorry. Just thought I'd mention it.
So inappropriate.
I am personally interested in seeing that, but
I take out my phone and I look for it.
What the heck? No.
you know what's funny about this is he's going to remember Chrys showing him the photo, and he's going to be super confused about why. When she also doesn't want him to see the photo, it's going to be weird.
Well, I look through and I don't find it.
Oh yeah.
Still you did.
No, it was before that. Yes.
Anyway, that doesn't exist anymore. So
Fucking.
I can trade you some information.
Interesting.
Yep. Interesting.
What do you know, Chris?
Several things.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that Kafka can have a look, and I will have the information when that's ready.
Sure.
And we'll have an appropriate trade-off.
If you don't have the information when I have the information, you will owe me a favor instead. Deal?
I'll owe you a favor, right? Not like.
As I will be doing the legwork, you will owe me the favor, but it will most likely be enacted, if it is enacted, in the purpose and pursuit for carrion.
Does this sound like a bad idea?
Thing is, most of what we do is a bad idea. How much
Okay,
do you...
great. So we'll trade some info. It was taking too long. We'll trade some info, and if not, then I will. Favor.
Sounds good.
Great. And I'm gonna check on it.
Shake, shake.
Right. Well, we need to go kidnap someone now. So
we need to know how you want a mouse.
Do you have any way you can keep him?
normal way? In a bag? He's not that tall, is he?
It's kind of a bit below average height.
Trunk of a car, probably.
Didn't Mac say something? Or
About what?
about like having somewhere to hide him or not?
Maybe. I'll send a messenger if we end up with change of plans.
How long do you want us to hold him? Is it like a very temporary amount of time, or
If we can pick him up somewhere, that would be wonderful.
Okay, I will send a place you can pick him up from.
What works?
great?
Leave the pickup place at the place where we pick up your messages and notes.
Yeah. Okay. The police office question mark?
Yeah. There's
Yeah.
like there's a little like suggestion box type thing where you just slip in, and every now and then a NOS
Comes and steals the
carrier pigeon turns up and
squirrel.
empties it out.
Yep. Okie dokie. Well, we need to do that then. So I better go.
I await in anticipation of the favor you're going to owe me.
You're gonna have some great info, so
You will not.
yeah, I will.
Okay.
Just watch. It's gonna be great.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on tenterhooks.
Bye.
But okay, have fun. And we're gonna go.
I see how he keeps playing you. But for the record,
I thought that went great, actually.
that did go pretty good. He has an annoying way with words, though. I see how you keep on feeling like you're being cheated.
Well,
For the record, I think you made probably a half decent decision in getting him to deal with the Sire stuff.
He's quite gentle about it.
he's so nice. Well, I just think that he wants a good deal, which who doesn't, right? And I've improved since the last time we let him off 2 favors. So I don't want to learn a favor. Anyway, so I really need to have a think about information that I can tell him.
Yeah.
In our travels, we'll find something.
Oh
Don't
no.
worry.
That's right. Chrys was with Mac when she let him off. Well, she basically exchanged 2 favors for 1 piece of information accidentally. He kind of tricked her into it a little bit.
And Kafka was like, "Girl, you need to wisen up."
He made the deal and then he was like, "Yo, you totally messed that up."
Do you reckon he'd be interested in Tremere shit?
Probably. Like, what's like the stuff you were on about with the
thing
maze?
Me and Mac were on about.
Well, I mean, is that well known? Because I think it's going to have to be
Doubt
something
it.
that they
There'd be more
don't...
people there.
Pardon?
I doubt it's that widely known. There'd be more people there.
Yeah, true. I mean, if you don't have to, though, it's my problem. Like, that's why I was saying, like, no co-trees. It's, I don't want to make
We'll
it
have it in-
awkward for...
We'll have it in reserve.
Backup plan. I will have a think. So we didn't really find out how to kidnap him that well.
No. So at least if one of us can't figure it out pretty damn soon, I guess I can call on the Hashem. On the
And the
Friends.
friends that we don't talk about. I mean, none of us. We could go.
We'll have takeaway.
I will say, because you did leave, you were probably in the street and not in the warehouse when you
Oh God,
made
no.
a shen.
Yeah, we're not in the fucking warehouse talking about this shit.
That would be very bad. It's still risky, and there's a worry there when it slips, but yeah.
Oof. Well, we haven't really scoped out where they were on the waterfront. We just saw outside, so I don't know if maybe that'll be easy. We weren't very subtle, Mac and I, when we went there, by any stretch. My phone's on silent now, so that helps.
I'm gonna
I just
take
need
out
to
my
make a
phone,
note.
put it on silent.
Yep.
Yeah, it's hard to be sneaky, and then people send incessant text messages about eggplants and aubergines. You insist it's called an eggplant.
No, it's an aubergine.
It's an aubergine.
Yeah, all right. Where to now? Should we go to the front?
We could scope it out, you know.
Well, depends on what you mean by scope out. Like, I'm not going to be sneaking around there.
Oh,
I don't really know.
sneak.
Yeah.
Well, what do you want to do? We went to see my friend.
Do you want to learn about literally anything?
Wide range of topics. I
Uh,
mean,
yes, yes,
I think
pretty-
it might be helpful to learn Russian at this point.
I will.
Irritatingly. Never really wanted to learn Russian, but
No, me neither. But
Max was like, Privyet.
Privyet.
And I don't know what that means.
I mean, I can take you to a pretty good bookshop.
The one that I told you about. The book hall that I
Yeah.
told you about.
Yeah, you told me about that place, but you said you hadn't actually been there. But I can confirm it's pretty damn good. And there you will be able to find a book that teaches you Russian. I'm assuming you can read.
Yes.
Just checking.
That's just okay, let's go get some Russian books. Something.
Perfect.
We should tell Kale that we're going in, so we need to go via the office.
Yeah, you can just leave the message. He'll get run ahead. Wait, like maybe 20 minutes, and yeah.
Mm.
And then you'd
Oh.
like to head to the book hall?
Yeah.
Okay. Chrys, you've been in this area before with Kafka.
Yeah, I have.
You had a very nice meal here once.
It's a good time.
Cass,
Oh.
obviously you've been this way.
Mhm.
And you head to the book hall. It's a little dinky-ish building in the middle of the maze, just kind of in the middle of this open area. It's open.
Perfect.
Okay. So, I've not been inside. So after you can you looks a bit messy.
I mean, it's just a bookshop. It's not like
Mhm.
meeting the queen or anything. But yeah, sure. I lead to Chrys inside.
Okay. As you walk inside and Chrys follows behind, you see like much as it was before, books everywhere, like stacked on tables, like loads in shelves and etc. along the walls. you know, a little raised platform on both sides where you can like walk up and then just go along like a massive line of books on shelves. And then there's like a little kind of cubby hole at the end of it where there's like some tables and some lamps and stuff. There's an old man sitting there perusing a book, and there is a middle-aged lady writing at the thing. She kind of turns around as you enter, and she sees you, Cassius, and there's kind of like a smile creeps onto her face, and she like gets up and kind of like flattens down her blazer and dress and starts walking over. The smile fades a little bit when she sees Chrys. And she comes up to you and says, "Oh, Cassius, it's lovely to see you here again. I see you brought a friend."
Yeah, this
Hi.
it's my mate Chrys.
Hello, Chrys.
And I brought her here because she wants to learn Russian.
Oh,
What? What?
oh, okay.
Needs.
Are we talking advanced, intermediate,
I know nothing.
Beginner.
beginner?
So
Yeah, we may have I'll have to have a look, of course, but we may have something. Are you wearing your sexy suit, Cass? Ah, choices.
Not tonight.
Yeah, okay. We may have something like we tend towards the more elevated learning, but I can have a look for you if you like.
that'd be great. Thank you.
And she wanders off and like walks up into the stacks, and you can probably hear her muttering, you know, beginner, basic, etc.
It would annoy me if I really didn't know. But I really don't know Russian, Cass.
If you don't want to learn Russian, no one's going to make you.
I think it's
But if you want to be a
ideal.
mob boss,
Tess was being way dramatic, and it just, I don't know if I'm a mob, like, but how weird would that be?
you said that people would do what you say.
It's
That's
all
pretty cool.
point.
People try really hard to have that kind of power over people. So take it or leave it. But, you know, it's ultimately an advantage for you. You don't like it?
Just, it would be better if it was my own successes, you know, rather than us, yeah.
Well, it can be. You make them respect you, and they'll be willing to do even more of what you ask. If you want to prove it to yourself, you can prove it to them as well.
And she comes, Gladys?
Blathers?
Gladys?
Gladys.
Oh, yes, Gladys.
Wow,
Although
I remembered the name without having to look it up.
Good job.
it would be great if Blathers was my friend in this.
Yeah. She wanders back. She's clutching this like fairly large book that has like a blue band on it, and then it's mostly yellow with a couple of blue bands on it. And she walks up and hands it to you, Cassius. I think this would probably cover it. You can see on the front it says Russian for Dummies.
I stifle a laugh and go, I just look at Chrys and show the book and look away.
You said you didn't know any Russian.
Yeah, Cass, I guess you're learning Russian now.
I hand the book to Chrys.
I'm just gonna flick it a little like how
Yeah.
I just realized Chrys is gonna have to do homework.
I know. Chrys was hoping for an audiobook, but that's not looking likely.
I mean, you heard the description of this place. Does it sound like they
Yeah.
have audiobooks?
No, but she was hoping. Seems great. Perfect.
Is anything else I can help with?
Well, for some reason, I was wondering if I brought those. That's it. Fables, not tales. If I brought Sarani's fables to you, you could help me translate a little more.
Of course. That's the one in this sheet here. That's the one in Arabic, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Of course. My Arabic is intermediate, but we have texts here that can help translate. It takes a bit longer, but always happy to help.
That's really, it's amazing. Yeah. I don't suppose you've got any other translations for Ogham or Gothic?
Ogham and Gothic? No. Gothic is slightly more common, but we'd have to send away for. I don't speak any myself. There was a young man. There was a young man who occasionally came here who did speak Gothic.
A young man from Nantucket?
No, and like that goes straight over our head just for the record. He was. I think he was from Hamburg. He said.
Hamburg.
Yeah, he lived here in Weirgate, obviously, but he was originally from Hamburg. Yes.
A German dude from in Weirgate.
Yes.
Okay. Well,
if you'd like, he used to order books. If you'd like his address, he might be able to help you with your translation.
That would be so useful. And I turn on awe. I'm like, thank you. That's, there's a reason to keep on coming back.
Well, it's nothing really. I'm always happy to help customers. I'm just gonna go back and get his address so I can hand it over to you. I'll be gone in a second. 2 seconds maybe. And she kind of like spins around, almost trips over her dress, and then like heads off. Couple of minutes, and then she comes back with just written out address on a tiny post-it note and hands it over to you.
Oh, wow, perfect. Amazing. Could you do me one more huge favor? I'm writing a story, and I was wondering if you could share it with your book club.
Usually I'd have you roll, but you turned her on and she has a crush on you, so I don't think I'm gonna need to. And because it's not like a big favor to ask, in that sense. Of course.
And I mean, of course, I'd love to attend for other meetings of the book club. It's not just like me.
Maybe you could come and read it yourself for the book club.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I mean, I'm sure everyone would love to meet you and hear your.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Is it big? Is it because I don't.
Oh, it's like 20, 25, sometimes 30 people.
That is a lot of people. I don't tend to
hope you don't have
perform
stage
for that
fright.
many people. but sure, yeah. That's a great idea. I'll come and perform for you all.
Wonderful. It's a
Haven't done that in
date. Oh, I should
ages.
get you the date for when it is.
Yeah, sure. Chrys, do you want to? Because this is I used to do this. I was basically professionally.
And she like turns around again, almost trips over her dress, and then goes off to.
What?
Well, storyteller. Hi.
Okay. Well, why with the book club?
I was.
We have pressing issues.
This is a pressing issue for me.
Okay.
Chrys, incidentally, you will know two things. It is very, very clear that the lady in question is enamored with Cassius. It is also very clear that he's aware he's like charming and manipulating her. He probably doesn't understand the deeper reason of why and how. Is that fair, Cassius?
There's some purpose behind it.
Yeah, but I'm saying like the actual like attraction and infatuation.
Oh,
like, side of
yes,
things,
yes.
Like that kind of goes over his head.
Is it a good story or is it like
I don't know yet.
you haven't written it yet and you wanting people to review it?
Well, no, I've written most of it. It's just I don't know whether it's good. No one's heard it. Well, actually, I might have read it yet. Don't know.
Okay.
If you want to hear me tell a story, that's all I'm saying.
Well, last time we did that.
It won't do anything weird. Unless people start going wild for it, which I hope they do. It would be an unexpected reaction, though. Like if they froth at the mouth or their heads explode, I don't know.
How likely is that?
Sometimes you hope that you're that good, but no. It's slim to none.
Okay, so it's not just like a thing that Kindred can like do.
I mean, probably, but not me.
Right. Okay. So we don't have to. Right. Okay. We don't have to deal with that. That's fine. I don't want to. That seems a bit like rabies.
And at this point, she hustles back another post-it note, another scribbled note down, hands it over. We'll decide. Like it'll be after the next meeting of the book club will be like, it'll
Later.
be like after the meeting.
After the other meeting and the other meeting that I've got.
And the other meeting. Yeah.
Is that everything, Cass? Because
It's everything. I was after. You got the Russian thing. Is there anything you were after, Gladys?
No. It's just the pleasure of your business.
Well, you shall have it again.
That'll be 1350 for the
Of course, I take out the roll of money that Mac gave me.
Yeah.
it's not just giving him like Chrys has money, but sure, you can pay. I can buy my own book, Cass. Jeez.
I mean,
But that's fine. Carry on.
you gotta get rid
Is
of
this
somehow.
she like leans in towards Cassius. Is this like a school project or?
Yeah, she needs help with her homework.
God, learning Russian. That's
Advanced stuff. Kids are smart these days.
well.
Smart enough to know when to leave.
You don't need me hanging around. I'm just going to go back to my writing.
You'll have to share that with me someday.
Maybe I will.
All right, bye.
There you go. And you head out
School?
and
How old are you,
you're in a
Chris?
school dress.
Not the point.
Yeah, but how old are you? Because, like, you don't have to answer me, but, like, in 200 years, you'll have to have figured out a way to make people believe you're as old as you want them to be. But, and, like, most of this will probably be behind you. And you're gonna, like, have to use it to your advantage. Just, like, blend in or whatever. I don't know.
Well, makeup works, so maybe Tess can paint on me or something if I needed that. But I don't need that. It's fine. Look, let's just never order anything from that lady because she's apparently gives addresses. Like, so where is the data protection?
Oh, sometimes that's less important than getting what you need.
But it's not good if she then gives our address. Like, if you're going to order
She doesn't
anything,
have
just
our
order it to
address.
the freaking office.
She didn't have her address.
No, but I'm saying don't give her.
I wouldn't.
Can't be trusted.
She can. Just, I can trust her. Other people can't.
Okay. Well, that's my opinion on it. You gonna let us read the story? Like, maybe I should just read it rather than you read it and then we go see a wolf or like.
I mean, given our history, that probably would happen anyway. I mean, you've heard part of it already.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's partly about Gravestone.
Oh, so we wouldn't. Okay. Is this the whole you want to make a cult thing?
No.
Okay then. You're just using it for inspiration then? I guess what?
If it resonates with them, then maybe we'll be able to invite them into more of the realities of the story. It's not a cult.
The Masquerade realities?
God, no. No, just it's like incense and half-truths. Like, people believe in the supernatural, people believe in karma, that sort of thing. It will be like that. They won't see anything unless we can truly, genuinely trust them.
Well, I'm going to trust you to be careful with that because you know more about it than I do. Clearly, Winnie, love him, but some gaps in the knowledge. Really?
Winnie did have a tendency to skip parts or assume he'd already told you, or he was a very good teacher when he taught things he was kind of focused on, but he was also there were times when he just didn't.
Some glaring gaps.
Yeah. Would you like to look at the note instantly?
Yep.
For the address.
Mm-hmm.
It says H Bastion, and it's the address for the tiny nib.
Motherfucker. I scrunch it up and put it in a bin.
Yeah.
Not a friend?
Well, not a person anymore, as far as I'm aware. It was her fucking Bastion.
That's less so ideal for you.
Yeah.
Nobody else can use it either. So, right sides?
As you're, for now, let's say you're heading back to the coterie, to the office or the place. Carry on for a second, because Sheepy needs to pee.
Okay.
I need to follow up on the blood thing so we can figure out whether he is actually alive.
Oh, the testing that you took.
It's not the test thing. He's a mate of
Test?
mine.
Wow, that's touchy. It's a test. Sorry.
Oh. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, test.
I
Thing.
mean, is it a test issue?
Test is always an issue.
She really helped me today.
Tess is fine. It's just that she absorbs everyone's looks and
Attentions?
yes, and
Sometimes that's a really good thing.
it is a good thing, and she does it so well, and I'm so fucking jealous.
Oh. Well, you do good. I mean, Gladys was just all over you. So.
I mean, there was just one person. I didn't even make her forget that you were there. I was
she
sat.
pretty much forgot I was there. She handed you the Russian book.
She was being an asshole. That's, I think, what she was trying to do there. But like, I was sat next to Tess, and a guy I'd known for however many years had just wondered when I arrived the next time he talked to me.
Ouch. Well, it's not always Tess's fault. She didn't choose to be pretty. She accentuates it and uses it for her ends, but, you know, you didn't have to take her. But just don't take it next time, and then you won't have to be jealous.
I don't intend on bringing her. I actually wanted to see Conan.
Take her to the book hole.
I don't need another person to fancy Tess.
Well, I'm saying it's probably the best chance you have of outshining Tess in someone's eyes.
Oh, that's true.
We'll see about that.
Doesn't mean you win, you just have a chance.
Yeah.
Yeah. I actually have a thought. I had a thought that I may have sidebarred you a little bit. There is something in the area that you could hit up on the way back if you want to make contact.
What for?
Yeah. Just I was just thinking about it, and I was like, the safest person to go there with is probably Chrys in terms of, you know, if you're worried about that type of thing.
Yeah, I'm quickly looking up the thing now.
Right, yeah, let me do the similar.
Ash doesn't know what's going on for chat.
It's fine.
It's secrets.
Secrets and lies.
I can't find it, Sheepy, because it's either in DMs or in the Sunkiss chat. And I don't know which one it is.
Right. You look DMs, I'll look...
Oh, here it is.
Oh, you
no,
found
here's
it?
part of it.
Can you send it to me?
Hang on. I'll...
I'm not sure. Yeah, I have the same problem here, whereby... Oh, yep.
We've switched between two different... here we go. All right.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah, because I have two different sets of notes as well. So it's like, I couldn't remember where I put the notes for that, so the second part.
Hey, Chrys, do you want to see something cool? This is what books get you.
Sure.
Knowledge. Let's go. And I take her down to the edge of Kale's part of the maze.
Yep.
And then go After we've gone south, we go west back towards Flintbridge a little bit, and we stand outside a Chinese takeaway.
Yep. Did I give
Ta-da!
it? Did I give it? I think I gave it a name.
Um.
Oh yeah, no, it doesn't have a name.
I mean,
It has a sign with no name on it.
it would appear in a map. What?
Wait, you gotta wait though. We should have asked the others though first. I'm assuming no one has any ideas for, and I message like the group WhatsApp. I'm assuming no one has any ideas for how to get Mouse because Carrion didn't help.
Do not reply.
I'll send a message back. Just ordered pizza. Yes. Ghostface. Maybe.
That is so vague.
Yeah, that's why.
Maybe was
That's the bird's
underlined
nest
too.
thing I was talking about.
Mm.
Like it's a yes or no. Mac, sorry, but I have a very convenient way of getting him out of our way.
I will respond, sure. I was just going to ask him to get out of our way.
I like my way better.
Why are we here?
Okay, so let's go order a Chinese takeaway. A, Tess will love us. B, this will be extremely useful. And I go up to the counter. I'm assuming it's like one of those one room takeaway places with just a counter and
Yeah, it has like a couple of tables where if people wanted to eat in, they could eat in. And then it's got just the counter and then all the cooking supplies and everything there.
I've gone up with Cass like,
It is abandoned. All the lights are off. There is no one there.
Why are we going in this creepy
get-
takeaway?
to get takeaway and some help for the thing I was just talking about. And I press the counter bell, like ding ding. See if anyone appears. Hey, I was wondering if I could order some satay chicken on skewers, Mouse style braised pork belly, and Singapore fried rice.
A couple of seconds pass, and then you hear a click to your right as the wall swings open. There is a
that's cool.
descending, like metal stairway that goes down.
Oh, okay. What?
This is the advantage of living for a really long time. You get to set up shit like that. And I go downstairs.
Okay, well, what if someone actually needs that to food? That's just chasing after him a little bit.
Yeah, I'm starting to get the feeling they might not actually be able to make food here.
Yeah, the everything's dusty and it's unused and.
Is it dark in the stairway and stuff?
It is. Would you like to flicker on eyes?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's a free action.
It doesn't cost you a.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if I had to roll a check
Yeah.
for it or not.
All right. So you start.
Gangly eyes.
You start clanking down the stairs. I am assuming that you aren't trying to be stealthy.
Chrys isn't trying. He hasn't said so.
Cassius.
No, I don't see why we should be.
Okay. Yeah, makes sense. I just wanted to make sure, just in case you wanted to be stealthy.
How can you see? Okay, because I mean,
Not really. You see him like putting his hand out in front of one on the banister, like.
I guess you don't have this going on.
What?
Okay, we'll
Oh,
just...
jeez.
It's creepy, isn't it? So weird.
It's like you just turned around to look at the Terminator.
Yep.
I mean, just okay. I'm gonna grab his hand
Those
and put it
lasers?
on my shoulder.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna hold on to the banister though as well, and
Yep.
I'll tell you when we stop and whatever. I'm gonna lead him down the stairs
Okay.
carefully, so he doesn't fall down the stairs.
It's a little bit of a walk. The kind of the walls around you, Chrys, are like as after you get down, past the initial bit, it's just rock and etc. Seems carved.
How far does this where are we going, Cass? Because how
We are
far does...
meeting the assassin vampires.
What? We thought we were gonna maybe do that until we decided as a group to do that, and that we weren't supposed to say the name ever to people.
I mean, this is where they live, so I hope they're okay with us using their name here.
Okay. Well, you famous. Okay, we'll just keep walking.
When you get to as you're walking down, you get like to the bottom. You see this kind of like again, it's like carved stone. Looks kind of archaic. And as you get down to the bottom, there are a few torches with fire, and a couple of people standing there.
Alright, I can turn the eyes off
Yeah,
now.
yeah. They're male. They're wearing like these kind of executioner style hoods, and then they have like kind of leathers, and they've got like they've got like these golden armbands like wrapped around their muscles at the top here, and they're just standing there.
Yeah, sure. Okay. Good evening.
You are expected to proceed.
Thank you. I assume I'm talking with Temsa, Ket, Asad, Afa, and Taeb.
Taeb will meet you. Proceed.
Thank you. I follow.
There's kind of like a passageway down, and there's a set of doors.
Okay.
You heading in?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
As you walk, torches light up as you walk down the hallway. And then you walk through the doors. They're like fairly big stone doors, but they're easy enough to kind of push open. And you are met with a kind of atrium of sorts. There is a kind of plinth in the middle of the basically like a raised circle, kind of probably about 8 foot tall. And on there is a person, maybe, with a sword like rammed directly in the chest. Looks desiccated and old, but they're kind of like splayed, so their arms and legs are like hanging off this kind of plinth circle thing. And around the outside are different doors with symbols over the top of them. there is an alligator, a cat, a lion, a snake, and a wolf. You're muted.
Sorry, I was muted.
No problem.
Easy. We go through the wolf door.
Yep. Chrys, how you doing?
Chris is really stressed out. Like, why are we suddenly in an Indiana Jones movie, guys?
Well,
Because I don't think that goes well for everybody involved. And there was a dead person there.
I mean, we don't know that they're dead.
I mean, they had a sword at them.
I mean, if I put a sword through your chest, you'd live.
Well, but wouldn't you just take it out?
Clearly not.
I know, but there's a creepy, maybe dead person there. Doesn't negate the point that it's creepy and weird. And we're just walking through archways.
I mean, I guess it's creepy. It's interesting. I don't know what it's for. It's mostly what I'm worried about.
If this is some sort of, I know you said last time was an accident, but if this is a sacrifice, I'm gonna be really mad at you.
It's
Get it past the first time it's an accident, and you apologize really well. It was good, but seriously, Cass, that's not.
This is a veritable establishment with perfectly honorable people here. No sacrificing.
Despite the Chinese food.
I mean, yeah.
Okay. Just get on with it.
Yeah, we should get this done quickly.
Wolf door.
Wolf door.
You walk up to the wolf door. You open it and walk through. Inside, you are presented with a reasonably spacious interior. There are embroidered cushions, mostly purples and golds. There's a couple of like chairs almost made out of the cushions, and then there's like a screen. Kind of looks like maybe papyrus or something, which there's a light behind. You can see the shadow of a figure.
Excuse me, Teb?
The ebb.
Apologies, Teb. I came here because I need your services.
Sit.
I sit.
Sit with him.
The cushions, the chairs themselves are like actually probably velvet. Very, very comfortable, very smooth. Possibly there might be some silk going on in some of the like throw, like kind of scarf type things, you know, like yeah, as well. You know there is. Apologies. You know there is a price.
I am a little fuzzy on that. Yes, I know there is a price, but I don't know what the price is.
And you are willing to pay.
If you can tell me what it is first.
We do not negotiate.
I won't haggle on the value of the payment, but I do need to know what it is.
Very well. We will talk. And the shadow like moves around and comes out, and you see dressed in, I mean, basically see-through silk trousers and like very minimal kind of top, and like a few kind of like silky like things going down the arms, and then also like golden armband and multiple like, actually both of you roll me wits awareness, please.
Oh.
This is vision based, and there is light in here, so.
I got a crit.
You got a crit?
So Chris has no idea what's going on.
Damn. Chris, you see glints of metal and stuff, which indicates like hidden knives and kind of like just it's like every now and then during the movement. And you are presented with a very dark, tanned lady. Bald head, but her face is covered with a like mask over the mouth, and then like a head wrap over the forehead and across the sides there. So the majority of what you can see is eyes. And she kind of walks over, sits down opposite you. Then we should talk first of payment and of price.
Name it.
Major boon. Or you share the blood. Willingly.
Mine.
And for a length of time determinate on the job. You speak for your group. All of them. We will come calling, and you will feed us. That is the price.
Well. I look at Chris like, how much do we want that guy gone?
Now you tell me. Target and action. And the ebb will tell you price.
Okay. I keep looking at Chris because she keeps on fidgeting.
So Chris is like, this is the worst deal ever. She's well known at not making great deals. That's why she took Cass to Kafka.
If you think this is a bad deal, then we can
We
find
could do
another
it
way.
ourselves.
Hmm?
We could do it ourselves. We haven't even tried.
We could fail. These people will 100% get the job done.
We will keep sending until the job is done.
But those things sound like big deals, Gus.
If you want to back out now, this is like the only point. Partially, I came here to find out what the price was. To weigh it against what we need done.
And what's your opinion on that, Cassius?
You don't want to pay either to 100%. And you heard the dedication there.
I think it's a great idea.
You don't?
I don't.
She's
No,
just
no offense.
she's just sitting there, like stone still.
Yep.
I just, a boon is like a major thing.
Yeah.
The second one sounds worse. To be honest.
Cassius, do you understand their blood price?
So my interpretation is, and I'll say this in character, just to like double check, to be crystal clear. You determine how many either drinks of blood that is worth to you, or it's a major boon.
Correct. If the job is easy enough, it could be multiple minor boon. Usually it is not. People do not come here for an easy job.
Well, it wouldn't be easy for us, that's for sure.
What? When he said to not let your blood, okay, yes. And I don't really.
Every drink will be a different kindred.
Yeah, they're not stupid enough to get themselves caught up in the power of the blood like that.
I don't know. He didn't explain much of anything, really.
He didn't? Jesus Christ.
You
Okay.
didn't either. You were like, this is not the time for this argument right now. But this.
If they drink our blood, we'll be fine. They're the ones taking the risk.
Then why do they want to have it? That seems really backwards.
They'll just... I think it's worth it.
Oh, Cass, I'm gonna just Cass on this. If you think so,
We'll end up with our deal fulfilled with someone else. We'll end up with more people on our team. I'm willing to take the risk. Are you?
I mean, we're deciding for the whole group, which is kind of bossy, and just from the whole group, right? So the whole group.
I'm not trying to be an asshole here, but the others have made decisions for all of us before now, and they haven't always ended up in our favor. This, their word is bond, and honestly, so should ours.
And it's not going to come back to us, I guess. So that will help with the...
People might figure it out, but we can deal with that. We've got contingencies for that. We've planned this out. We all know the score, right?
If you think it's the right idea, Cass, then...
It's not... It's one of many right ideas. It's just certainly the easiest.
You don't have to do things just because they're easy. If that's the reasoning, I don't think that's a good reason.
I want to make sure that all of us end up in a safe and prosperous position after this. And from what I understand of their abilities, they will be able to do that for us.
If it's removing the one person, then that's removing the one person. That's not like helping us with the area or anything.
So,
So
I will give you this piece of information because it is something that you have discussed before a little bit, and Cassius, you know this from what you've read in the book. This is the safest and most definite way to do it sneakily.
that's what I was thinking with like it not coming back to us.
And
Like-
what it would require of you as a coterie and as a group and as a faction is an occasional rouse check when they come to receive payment if you do blood, or a major boon, which is they're allowed to come up and ask you for a favor, for a repayment, and unless it's like something to do with death or, you know, something of that magnitude, you probably need to say yes.
Yep. I want the sure bet.
Right. If it's the safest way, it's not just the easiest way, you know.
It's both.
Here's just a quick question, because I'd like to illuminate the viewers who may not know. How much does Cassius know about these people, let's say, for now?
Mostly rumors and what he read in the book.
Okay. So, he'd probably know their name. They are the Banu Hakim. As well as being the Hashen, their clan is pretty reliable to a certain extent. And you would have, I think the rumors you'd probably know is that they have a tendency towards imbibing kindred blood.
It's just how they survive. That's the guess after they were like, we must eat.
Yeah. But of
Tonight
course,
we dine on Cassius.
Of course, that opens up problems with blood bonds and
Yeah, but that's their problem.
which is why their insistence on different, you know. So you'll have one come to you every day or 2 days, and you give them a rouse check's worth of blood.
Sure.
And if it's say for example, if the ebb comes to you, and Cassius, you've already fed the ebb, you cannot feed the ebb again.
Make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So Cass turns to Chrys and is like, I know we're making a big decision here, but you can veto this. We can just walk away. But it's my preferred method.
I don't know the answer, Cass. You know about these folks, and I don't know how likely we would be to sort our issue out. But it's all in the knowledge that's in I don't have.
It's only really one of us that can find a Nosferatu. going to say yes if you don't veto it,
Let's.
by the way.
Let's. Okay. Remember that I made a really great counterpoint, though.
Yes, you did. Sorry for taking up lots of your time, Zeb. Our target is a kindred Nosferatu named Mouse, and the job will be to kidnap him and deliver him to us.
There's like a minute pause. Major Boone. 2 weeks.
2 what, sorry?
2 weeks.
Weeks. I'd keep 2 weeks over a Major Boone.
I will do this tonight,
Tonight.
and we will take some from our target as well. We will hold
Sensible.
him, and you will come and collect him tomorrow.
Collect him tomorrow.
Same time, you come, same place.
I don't look at my watch.
It's about 3 a.m.
Okay.
I will take you with me to do the job. And she like reaches back and sling. He gets a knife out and holds it like hilt first towards you.
I have to join you.
I will take your blood with me.
That makes sense. I look around. Is there like a cup?
She's gonna drink from the source, but she's got a knife for you.
Ah, okay. Well, yeah. I stab myself in the wrist, I guess.
And she like holds her hand out,
Yep. I
takes, goes down. Give me a rouse check.
Mm-hmm.
You do not get hungrier. She has to move the mouse, the face mask aside to drink. Roll me a wits awareness, both of you.
Wow. Not great.
Can re-roll if you want.
Yes.
Oof.
You can re-roll 3, Chris. If you want to re-roll Cass, you can re-roll 2.
I
don't.
3 successes overall.
There's a hint of something like kind of around her kind of like cheekbones going down to her mouth, but you're not exactly sure what. You don't get a good enough of a look. And she moves back, placing. She gets up and she goes back behind the screen.
Great.
Yep. We will leave now. Thank you. Goodbye.
Bye.
And awkwardly, we do that.
So, just so you know, for future times, you have Temsa'ar is the alligator, Ket is the cat, Assad is the lion, Afa'ar is the snake, and Theb is the wolf. And those are the different doors. Of course, obviously, Chrys won't know this unless Cassius gets Coterie together and tells everyone the details of it. But
He probably will.
this is effectively a if you want something done definitely and quietly and secretly, you can come here. The price will be high. You know, you could guess that the time and the number of even major boons would be higher depending on who you were sending them after. Seeing as Mouse is a Nosferatu, the difficulty is a little higher. And this is just for you guys as players. But however, he isn't a figurehead. He's not, he's not known as the like leader of a faction, and he's kind of more advisor capacity for general knowledge. So if he was like Gorban or Calig or Talia, etc., probably be a lot higher.
Probably.
But you have committed to 2 weeks of feeding. They may come once a day. They may not come for 2 weeks. It is dependent on their needs and wants.
Fair enough.
And I think we can probably end here.
Chris is probably telling him off a little bit on the route home to be like,
Yeah.
why?
Why?
This is good for the coterie, man. This is good.
Maybe how we had
This can only end well.
Indeed. And so, as Cass and Chrys head back towards the coterie, towards the Bonono Haven.
Yep.
Mac, you're wandering back from what you were doing.
Yep.
In the Winnebago.
In the Winnebago.
Tess, we didn't talk about this in the snack shop, but I imagine you're heading back to the coterie after the...
Yep.
Pretty quickly afterwards?
Yeah, probably.
No.
They'll be like, oh, fuck, it's this time. Yeah. I got stuff to do tonight, so.
Little disheveled. Hair's a little messy.
I would fix myself up. It's fine.
Yeah?
There's mirrors.
Sure. Okay.
I mean, yeah.
And
Fine.
we will catch up with everyone next time. Woof. So, guys.
Oh God, what did we do?
Yes.
We did a good thing.
I mean, honestly,
Did we?
honestly, the danger of doing it solo is that you'd muff it up and it would become impossible to deal with the front, and it would give Gorban an opportunity to reinforce and, like, all this kind of thing. If you did it with someone else, then you're going to be beholden to someone else. And if you're beholden to someone close to you, like Nathan Fortuna or the Old Guard,
Clay.
they're all gonna ask for stuff. And the
Helpful.
the only other option really is taking like Celine and going like just full battering ram. And that
we could totally do it.
That was Chris' plan. Yeah, like
Well,
go in.
But doing that before the meeting when there's a ceasefire on.
We didn't agree to that. I think the most important next thing we have to do is like send Mac in there, go like do your Malkavian thing and just tell them to be our friends because you talk to them.
Mac and Tess.
Mac, Mac and Tess be like, hey, be buddies.
That's if we don't kill each other. But well, no, that's if Tess doesn't kill me beforehand. But I think that everything is fine. So yeah, that's the plan.
On behalf of chat, I am obligated to say, what was in the folder?
Oh my god!
Because Max still hasn't told Tess, and Tess actually doesn't know.
Mac hasn't told anyone.
Keep telling him to shut up. Seeds, no.
Yeah.
Because he's being yo.
Like there was only 3 people in that room that had experience with something between their legs popping up when they didn't want it there. And you weren't one of them. I'm sorry, Tess.
I have no words
No words.
to reply to this. Like I have nothing
Nope.
other than
So yeah, let's hit our outro, shall we? Let's start off with Chrys and also Tash.
Hi, I'm Tash. I've been playing Chrys today. I think I had a nice time, but I really don't know if we had a good idea, but it's fine. Everything's terrible and it's going to be great and she's going to learn Russian. And
You got
I'm
Russian
replaying
for dummies.
Pardon?
You got
For
Russian
dummies.
for
Yeah, for dummies. And I'm replaying Portal 2 in Tashland because I really like that game and it makes me happy. So I'm doing that. Moving on.
Portal 2's great.
That's so good. I have like 3 achievements I don't have, and I'm determined to get them.
The writing on Portal 2 is probably better than Portal. I prefer Portal overall. It's like a perfect microcosm of a game. But Portal 2 is like
a really
little
really
bit
good
longer.
expansion of it.
Yeah.
Plus, it's got its own really good song by The National. Like, what game has that?
Portal.
Just Portal 2.
Everyone
Pretty
should play
freaking great.
Portal. If you haven't, do
It's
it
free.
now. Like, but anyway, carrying on. Sorry, it's good. It's a good game.
Onwards and sideways. I can't really say upwards, I'm afraid, mate. To Cassius and also Josh.
Well, no. Cassius was a bit of a dick today. Just like, ha ha ha, gotcha. So, I really enjoy RPing with you, Tash.
It's so fun.
And I'm sorry that I put Chrys put Chrys in that situation where it was like, I know best. Fuck you. Had a good time, and I'm looking forward to next Wednesday or this Wednesday.
This Wednesday is gonna be interesting. Can I also say one of the nicest Easter eggs a player has ever dropped in a game session, like foreshadowing for later, Josh? I think you know what I mean. Yeah.
Better have been paying attention today.
Yeah, dude, that was
because it matters.
That was really good and really smooth, and I took a moment as you were all talking and you dropped that in there. I was like, nice.
Anyway, there's what am I doing? Oh, Strange Adventures on YouTube for vampire stuff. I am gonna try and make a video out of the World of Darkness CK2 mod. See how that goes.
I've been seeing you play that, and
yeah, I'm gonna see if I can turn the stream into a video.
Oh yeah. And also you did the list. It wasn't really like a top anything, was it? It wasn't in order.
Well, I mean, that's what it says on the thumbnail, but you know about thumbnails on YouTube. Yeah, I did a list of top series that I and my friend Huddy really enjoy. If you enjoy like vampires or Vampire the Masquerade, there's some really good vampire shows in there that may or may not have seen. And
a couple of bad vampire shows that aren't in there, which I appreciate because I don't I don't like those two. I just
for some
they're
reason
dumb.
Everyone likes them. I don't.
I'm willing to put myself out there. Fuck the Vampire Diaries. The Vampire Diaries is crap.
As is the originals. Both trash.
As is the originals. So, onwards to someone I hope doesn't like the originals or Vampire Diaries, Tess, and also Vaddy.
I've actually never watched it,
Good
to be honest. I've wanted to, but I just never actually did. But hi, everybody. I'm Vandy, and I play Tess.
It's like the OC on emo.
God, I hated the OC.
Yeah.
so bored about it. Yeah. Tess thinks she did pretty well today. Okay, she like emotionally opened up a little.
Yeah. Oh.
It was kind of cheating, but you know. Yeah. I just have to say, watch the snack shots. That's it. Also, I'm a little irritated, like out of character because of what happens in the snack shots and what Tess finds out. If she hears Cass has made this deal, she might be like a little irritated.
I think she'd be. I have a suspicion she might be intrigued because she hasn't really had a chance to test it and like.
Yeah, it's gonna be. It's weird because like, what do you do like when your blood is, you know, you have potent blood, and then you have people be like, yeah, I'm just gonna come over and drink it as a deal for doing this thing for you, and I don't know, it could go very poorly because I don't think Kindred usually react the same way. So Tess could be in some trouble.
Maybe she's got,
or she could bang all of the Hessian, so that's fine.
Yeah, there's some hotties in the Hessian.
Sweet.
And obviously when you said Tess is happy with how today went, we weren't in. Well, maybe we could include snack shots, but that's a little more shaky ground over there.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not even gonna touch that one. You guys will have to watch. Like, that's it.
Oh yeah. Best, before we get to the man himself, the best way to describe the snack shots is the person who did the least bad and it was the least drama filled and like just all kinds of fucked up was Mac. Speaking of Mac, hey Mac and Hydra, how you doing?
Hey, I've just read chat. Tess is a tasty snack. Can confirm.
Yeah,
like
literally.
Yeah,
no.
That's some nice foreshadowing right there from the wilds. Like, clearly they can smell it.
Yep.
I'm good. The snack shot. The snack shot's a bit like today from me. It's chill, a little bit of RP, bit of a backseat. I don't do anything too wrong, but at the same time, I do very wrong, but for a different sort of spectrum of wrong for a change.
Yeah,
so
it's put in perspective by the other two, so you're fine.
yeah. Like Mac will have you questioning morality, and I don't know what the other two do, but they will. I have a feeling that something to do with the coterie may be involved. I don't know, but the coterie is apparently making deals, despite the fact Mac never did any of that. Just took a job once for himself.
Oh yeah.
That everyone else jumped on. But other than that, Mac's good. Mac's good. And no one knows that he's killed an old lady and other people, so that everything is fine.
It's gonna come out at one point.
Maybe. No one asked enough questions, so for now...
They asked enough questions, but Mac was dodgy enough to not say a lie, because...
Yeah. Mac has fortunately had a fairly good tutor in that recently.
Yes. If you don't lie, then either say nothing or just dodge away.
Or say the word sure and smile. Isn't that right, sheepy?
Yep.
Sure.
Yeah. That's
sure.
A little bit of a sheepy thing.
That's a sheepy thing, but it's therefore a Clay thing, and now it's Mac thing as well.
Also, Clay is a little bit of a sheepy thing too.
He said sure a few times to Mac, so Mac is now a bit sheepy as well, by osmosis. Wonderful. Love it all. It's nice.
How did you all find the Hessian? Suitably worrying?
Oh, so like, we're so hecked.
I really like them.
Yeah.
I wanted to add a little, temptation for, use there with like, check it out. It's the easy way.
Abuse, I think, is the word.
Yeah.
Someone's gonna try and get their sire assassinated.
Oh, I think someone's gonna try and get their sire over here.
We'll see.
Truth. Mac did have a very simple plan. It was exactly as his text said. She's going to tell Mouse to go away.
Can't have him running around,
Yeah, it's
free. That just went poorly.
It also gives them the opportunity to shore up. Like, you go, hey, Mouse, leave. And then, the next day...
I won't go into details because it's too metagamey, but I would have, a little bit, I would have told Mouse to get in the trunk.
You would have rubbed some funk on it?
Rub some funk on it. Hell yeah.
I
don't even know what that means, but sure.
Oh, dear.
So... thank you everyone for watching, everyone on YouTube. Hope you enjoyed. Actually, Josh, are you about on Wednesday?
Wednesday? What time on Wednesday?
Evening. The premiere for the snack shot will probably be 7, so around about 9ish.
9. Yeah, maybe.
Because I'm thinking of doing a Q&A after the snack shot on Twitch. So we'll do snack shot on Twitch, Q&A, and then that can go. And I was wondering if you wanted to do, because you'd be the choice for this one, for Q&A.
Sure. Let's say yes.
Okay. On Wednesday, barring any issues that may crop up, we will have the snack shot at 7. Maybe 6. Would it be easier if it was a bit earlier?
I don't know because people are asking me to do things and I don't know when on Wednesday. So, but I will let you know, and probably I'll be able to do it. Like 99%. So
let's say 7 on this channel here on Twitch. Will be the snack shot followed by a Q&A, and hopefully, barring complications, Josh. And yeah, and then it will be out probably Thursday or Friday, depending on Sheepy's schedule and how quickly he can turn around a snack shot and a Q&A. So yes, everyone on YouTube, again, we love your comments. It's really cool to see like the comments getting more and more in depth and like just so into the show. All of you guys here on Twitch as well, obviously, but this is the YouTube outro. So thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed, and yeah, we'll see you hopefully at the snack shots and Q&A.